Hey there, I'm Nathan Hayes, and I work for the whole mag. And this is don't laugh at me, buddy.
So good.
It's so good. Are you sure? I need a better mic. Welcome back to Reddit Flags and Review, where we go over the monthly contests, winners and losers. And today we're going to go over the D-Day mission flag contest. So, if it's not already obvious, there wasn't a flag for this event, but if there was to be a flag for the event in such a way as a VFW event or something like that out in Normandy, this is what you might expect to see supposedly. So we'll look at the winner. D-Day, Neptune's 5 branches, beaches. Oops, there I go again. And outstanding, love it. Me and Cox, we're both former service members, so this is the kind of thing that we're steeped in the tradition, and
Be a dope combat patch.
it would be fantastic.
A deployment patch. This would be so dope.
There is something to be said about Second World War iconography. I actually had shown my dad a picture of a Navy uniform. I couldn't identify the patch. I knew that the rank was a petty officer and that his rate was a communications technician of some flavor. But I couldn't. I wasn't sure what this golden Thompson with an eagle and anchor was, and he didn't either. So, and the way it was threaded with gold told me this was a very old patch. So it had to be no later than Korea. Turns out it was something the Navy used to have, which was like these beach demolitions, like shore party teams. Not quite frogmen, but like kind of like amphibious infantry, just not the Marines. Really interesting stuff. So kind of have a soft spot in my heart for that kind of thing. So we'll do it as we always do. And we start at the bottom because it's more fun to pick. Oh, it's not fun anymore. Oh shit. Oh man, we will just start with the last. We got 103 of these to go, Brandon. Oh man. I did not know this would happen. I figured because of the other two that we had done, there was a level of quality that there was a cap. They wouldn't let everything through. But
Okay.
you learn something new every day. And apparently the color green is a symbol for hope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, green or neon green?
The more neon, the more hope.
The more hope. Oh, it's like the Green Lantern rule.
Yes.
Well, let's also talk about for a moment, Nathan, the disgusting fake like metallic lighting effects on the eagle.
It's so boomerish. Oh, it's like that. Have you seen that flag of the American flag ripping open to be an Israeli flag, but there's a chihuahua coming out of it like it's Superman? Have you seen that? That's what this is. It's
further two very, very different art styles between the eagle and the shield.
We can't stay on this for too long. This is
it's hurting my heart.
This is unsportsmanlike conduct. Reddit has enough problems without keeping the 13-year-olds from keeping their submissions up. This is kind of a disaster.
That was a very bad start.
This isn't much better. We're not going to stick
better at all.
We're not sticking around.
Like a shitty.
Oh my god! It's
game.
shaded. It's shaded.
Like a shitty game screen, like loading screen. 99's also kind of bad.
This is okay. So this is almost acceptable, but the problem is this is not what what people don't understand about this patch is that it represents this unit is the first to recombine veterans from the Federal and Confederate armies. If you usually don't see the Army wear full color patches anymore because everything's subdued, but like for ceremonies, sometimes they break out the colored ones. or if they're wearing their pinks and greens or something, they'll have the full color patch. If you see a gray and blue yin and yang symbol on an army uniform, that's what this unit is. Frankly, you may never ever see it because there's probably talk somewhere in the five-sided, Borg building to get rid of it because of its origins, right? Fuck Unity and shit or whatever.
I
But
also just don't like it as a generality for D-Day. Is okay for those that are like the symbology should be readily available to the passersby. This just read Korea.
yeah, no, because of these,
Yeah,
absolutely.
just
So
read Korea.
very strange. We're not.
And why this is great, folks, is Nathan is deep in the vexology, and I'm kind of there. I don't know nearly as many flags as Nathan does, but so I get the outside perspective of whether or not a flag really does symbolize what it says. Is
This
that
might
a butt plug?
this might be the first good one. Okay, so I was willing to give it a chance here.
I say butt plug. It's called Norman D's penetrating army flag.
I'm gonna kill
I
myself.
said butt
I'm
plug, and it
I'm
did.
just gonna kill myself. It's not even remotely what I thought it was. I'm over it already. Yeah, this is okay, but it's not a good D-Day flag.
No.
I don't know. Very. We
Oh,
can't.
the reasoning is even better if you were able to scry that. What if the flag were the opposite of the enemy's flag? It's supposed to be the opposite of the Nazi flag.
Okay, so where's the swastika?
Oh, well, the opposite of a swastika is apparently a cross.
No, it would be a right hand or left hand swastika. It's like these people have never been to Korea or something. That's fucking crazy. That was
Actually,
fun. That was funny though. A lot of people were like shocked to see a swastika on Buddhist buildings all over the country. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
number 60 is kind of awful.
Yeah,
Nope,
what's oh yeah.
that's
Fuck, I keep
57.
doing it. Well, at least he's trying a little bit.
No.
I bet this is a better attempt than most of these others got.
Then the butt plug flag.
God, man, these are like,
Griffins, don't see that too often.
yeah, it's okay. This one's okay. This is acceptable. It doesn't scream D-Day, but I'm a signaler. You're a signaler. I guess lightning bolts are just my thing. I can't help it.
This was named Energetic Decision Banner.
Look, I'm not gonna critique Redditors for naming conventions.
Dynamic movement. The lightning bolt motif suggests energy and rapid movement.
Thanks. I had no idea.
I don't know. Like, I don't think we necessarily use that in the services to the same capacity. Usually, lightning bolts are signal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I
so-
like it. I'm saying it's not necessarily a great
Yeah,
D-Day flag, but
when you're changing the meaning behind symbology that's already pretty well established, it's kind of dicey here. But
yeah.
lightning bolts are signal. It's like we're all focusing our STTs and SATCOM terminals to obliterate the enemy.
You bring up a good point. Well, you know what? We could have theoretically just turned the music on over like Chinese or Russian satellites. We could have done that. That would have been funny. We do gunnery tables too. It's just signal gunnery.
Yeah.
You brought up a good point though, but you didn't expand upon it. So I'd like to. If I were to make a flag for a competition for Ramadan, right? I would have to study a lot, and I mean a lot, because I have very little like knowledge on Muslim culture, history, especially symbols. I know some of them, the big ones, like the fucking crescent. That's about all I know. This, you're right. Usually lightning bolts denote signals, maybe intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, and I'm saying sometimes special forces, right? But the thing is here, if I were to just take any random Muslim element, design Q and just wham jangle them all together, it would be perceived as somewhat, I guess, illiterate, if not outright insensitive, right? So you're kind of correct here that he's kind of reinterpreting symbols in a manner that it's not typically read in that way. So yeah, you made a good point
A
there.
very good attempt, though. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
no, I like
if
it.
I were to
It's
fix this, I would probably get rid of that center lightning bolt in exchange for an arrow.
mhm. Yeah,
I think an arrow in the same shade, and maybe the head of the arrow is filling up that sort of triangle where the lightning bolts begin to meet. I think that would do a lot better than this weird sort of. Yeah, he had to pick a bias, whether or
mhm.
not it would be, you know, this way or that way. So to get rid of that problem, just replace with an arrow.
Yeah. I do want to mention that I haven't seen any direct references to. Oh no, I changed my mind. That's cool. I like it. The Normandy stripes,
Very good.
very clever. As far as you know, a celebratory flag for like a VFW doing an event down there with the Rangers or the 82nd or the 101st. This is cool. This would be recognizable to most people who like that period of history. Um, and anyone who lives in Normandy today will probably be sick and tired of seeing loud airplanes with this scheme on their bellies or wings. So they're all going to know what it is. That's very cool. I like it. I like it. I was about to say
Well studied
that I
flag.
was I was about to say the only thing people really think about when they think of Normandy is the beach landings, but a lot of people do not think about the airborne
Yeah, they don't.
assaults that happen
Paratroopers, yeah.
behind the lines, 101st and 82nd doing their thing behind the lines, causing problems. But I stand corrected.
Okay,
Before it could come out of my mouth.
number 38.
Let's
Tim.
see this one.
Yeah.
Murder fascists. Oh, I can't believe I didn't notice it. The three arrows. Oh, fuck. The downward arrows are now tridents. You know, one thing we're getting away from design here, and it's not a good one, but he brought it up, right? Vertigo 1 brought this up, so I get to say something. If there's the one thing these people do not understand about their grandparents and their great grandparents who did all this, you should read into their opinions. And society at large has been polled for a long time. America has. It wasn't until the 1980s we started polling the public. No, we've been doing it for a long time. You should really look into how the public felt about say racial integration or I don't know the authority of the church as opposed to it losing authority. Uh, might even want to consider looking into the American public's opinions on, say, the Jewish diaspora, right? They weren't popular over here either, right? So this weird narrative that oh, great grandpa went over there to murder fascists and liberate all of the oppressed people. That's first off, that's not what you do when you're conscripted. You just go fucking fight for your country. That's number one. And the second thing is, if they had any inkling that that was really, if that's really what was happening, like that's what the government was all about, if they knew that, there would have been riots all over the Army, all through the Navy, all of the dockyards, all the hands out there. The war machine would have ground to a halt. And you know what? He already believes that. He already knows that's what's up. Because what's the one thing they always say about America? It's evil, it's racist, it's sexist, it's anti Semitic, it's anti women, it's anti gay, it's everything that they hate, every ism possible they hate it. So I'm not really revealing anything new to them, but like
I could appreciate, like, reading the description. I could appreciate the symbology. It just.
it's not well made. Why is there more than three? It's always three arrows with these weird ones.
Exactly. Get rid of those two flanking ones. Get rid of them. You don't need them.
Does
Bring
he
the center of those tridents to the center and have it be done.
does he even go into why there's
No, just because. I think maybe the beaches.
fuck you for showing me that title. Crazy. Crazy. This one's almost getting somewhere. There's a lot of cloud motifs in Army symbology and some Air Force. This is good. I like it. It's a literal spearhead, right? Not bad.
I like it. More points. Very heraldic. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is probably the first really good one. Like the Invasion Stripes is good.
Yeah.
This is good too. It's it's just what it is. Let's see.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no.
Which one?
Number 30.
You
What are
don't
you
like
doing?
this?
No,
I'm okay.
you always get the numbers confused. The
Oh,
numbers are on the
oh,
top of it of the image.
I hate it. Well, help me out here, right? Look how
Ugh.
far away 30 is
You're absolutely
from.
right. No, you're absolutely right. It's a
Okay,
shittily designed format. Yeah,
it's
30 is awful. What I I have no other comments. It's just bad.
I'm not
It's
even
just
sure with
bad.
that. I don't even without. I'm not going to read the thing. I don't
I'm half
understand
expecting like Superman to be in that red stripe. It's like a comic book
what
cover.
what am I supposed to get from this? How is this D-Day without reading the description, right? Because this is one of their things, right? The symbolism should be apparent and so easy to read. But like, I'm gonna have to read his description if I.
Um, are we gonna read this description now? I've been avoiding it because I
I'm
have
not
no idea what I'm looking at.
I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so 27. This
Not
is
bad.
okay.
I like it.
I like it because deltas have been in
The border's
military.
actually really nice.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Good color choice. Again, black and white kind of don't count as colors, um, but it works. It's really nice. Yeah, we're getting back to some weird ones, dude. These wings are from the Genesis car brand, and the only reason I know this is because I hate that logo so much. I like Genesis cars. I like their interiors. I had an
They're
NCO.
nice cars.
I had an NCO that bought one out there. Very nice.
They're very
The
nice
the
for the price
logo,
too.
the logo is fucking horrendous.
Um, there's 5 wings or 5 feathers on each wing to symbolize the 5 sectors of the coast. Now, this was a previous complaint of mine for that mountain flag. That mountain
Hmm.
flag that
Hmm.
featured 2 peaks, but it was only referring to actually 1 peak. I don't like it because you have a total of 10 fucking feathers on this flag.
Ah, yep,
I
you're right.
do not like that. That's not how that works. Okay? You cannot say there's 5 feathers on each wing symbolizing the 5 sectors. Okay, so we're actually talking about 5. Yet what is
So,
depicted is
so,
10. I
so here's a
understand you want to keep symmetry and all.
so here's a question. If it was, say, Lady Liberty or Columbia with a giant sword of liberty or something, and then she's like a winged angel, right? But you only see one of the wings, and you have 5 feathers. That would be appropriate. That's what you would be looking for.
I would say even like a side profile Lady Liberty
Yeah,
with the wings facing backwards, but it's only one set of wings,
yeah.
and then her holding a sword out forward would be impeccably better than this.
Hmm.
I think that would make much more sense because, again, you have to keep the numbers accurate. You cannot just be like, oh, well, the 5 sectors on each wing, even though there's a total of 10 feathers because I had to put 2 wings because of symmetry. I admire your attempt to keep the symmetry. It's a nice looking flag. It's not terribly bad looking in my
I
opinion.
can I can only see the Genesis logo.
However, that's my biggest pet peeve is when they go, there's 2 peaks, but I'm only talking about 1 peak. Yet there's 2 different peaks on this flag. It's like, no, 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 no.
Uh,
Bad flag.
this one's not good either.
Are you fisting a fucking lightning
They're
bolt here?
they're
What's
they're
going on?
fisting something. Yeah, that's true.
Jeez. Okay, okay. Why do they? I they just like the thunderbolts and lightning bolts or something. This looks like a car decal.
It looks like a mobile game screen.
Yes.
It's not good.
No, but 20 thunderstorm ensign.
This is good. This is getting somewhere. I can live with this.
Looking at their again the things, the lightning bolts, the little ziggy zags are representative of energy instead of signal, like is
Yeah.
typically done with flags, but they're less obvious to be the lightning bolt
Hmm.
motifs that we would normally see. So it's a little bit more subtle. And I think because you actually changed it so much, it's actually more permissible than the more obvious straight rips from Army
He
patches and whatnot.
he is making an allusion to airborne operations, which is cool. So that's nice.
Okay, yeah, airborne energy. The yellow rays symbolize the energy and impact of airborne assaults. They radiate outwards, signifying the division's far-reaching. No, they don't. I don't think they would. I don't think you could say they radiate outwards at all.
from the cloud.
Right, but you can also interpret that both ways. There's no real direction on those lightning bolts. Because typically with
Mm,
lightning bolts, you actually have a tapering, which denotes direction. These are all very same thickness throughout, so it's very difficult to get
sure,
actual directionality from this.
but I don't know. I'm reading it
I
as
like that.
light.
That's nice. That motif is nice.
Yeah, I'm reading it as the cloud, and where does lightning come from? It comes from clouds. It doesn't go to a cloud. So
I get that, but again, everything you need to. I think design is important. You need to have that taper to really get that sort of thing.
So this looks a lot like a classic American bunting, but with stripes, and I don't hate it. I'm not sure if it's a good D-Day flag. This might be a good, just patriotic banner.
Yeah,
It's not awful, and I do understand he's used half of the rondel for to make a D. That's kind of clever, but it looks too much like a bunting, and it's not a bad thing. It's just he's very close, but not quite getting the
yeah. The
cigar.
use of the roundel's pretty good.
Yeah, nice and this is good. I like it a lot. I like arrowheads.
Good luck, arrowheads
I
and
like
arrowhead
them.
accessories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a good one too. Not terrible.
Let's see. Is this inspired by the fictitious? Never
What?
mind. Hold on. Let's see what he's talking about. Oh, he's changed this one. But why not just use it? Oh, hey, check it out. There's our cloud motif. It's a window.
So much better.
It's a window. That's very cool.
See, the tapering of that bolt is
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
I got you. But like this is cool. All the airborne patches are sick though. I was right. It is 14th Army.
better. I think what the person messed up on was the
The
use of
orientation.
the word penetrating.
Look, let's see. Hold on. Which core is this? Okay, that doesn't exist anymore. I don't think they're around. They're not around.
It's a very different.
Okay,
lightning bolt.
yeah, because I've never seen the 14th Army patch ever.
I am seeing a lot of lightning bolts in the airborne patches. I am seeing a lot of. I guess maybe times have changed, where usually we'll be seeing more lightning bolts for the signals, but I guess it does also carry some sort of destructive power with it. I'm sorry. Why the fuck are we doing a seahorse? I get it. I get it. I get it, but I hate it. I get it. I hate it.
Yep, this is good. I
People
like
really
this a
like
lot.
forks.
They love
Yeah,
their
that's
forks.
actually good.
It's very
See,
good.
now this is a little bit a more
Is it made by
passable
is it made by the
use.
same guy? No, it's not. Okay.
It's a more forgivable use of lightning bolts in this one.
It's very nice.
Very, very subtle, actually. Even though they're right at your face, it's just the draw is towards the trident.
Yeah.
It's good.
And it also kind of makes its own spear.
Yeah.
It's an arrow, whatever you
Yep.
want it to be. It's kind of cool. This makes sense, and I get it. I don't like it as much though, because you see the beach, and that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. Little too corporate. You know what? They might have picked the right one. These two are the best.
Very good.
They're very
Actually,
good.
it's surprising that number 2 got number 2 in this.
Yeah.
But looking at the averages, it was incredibly close. 3.39 to 3.38.
Wow, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, very close on that one.
Let's see what the average was for.
Oh yeah, absolutely abysmal.
It's so funny.
Terrible.
Oh man, I can't.
Oh no. Oh
Which
no.
which one did you see?
Number 87.
This one down here? Yeah. Esprit d'Allies. Shut the fuck up. Now maybe this might be, I can't remember which, the patch that you usually see Eisenhower wearing. It might be, where is it? Okay, he's not talking about it, so it might not be that.
Talking about the freedom, or the represents the light of freedom and democracy on the other side of the successful operation.
Fucking spare me, dude. Ridiculous.
Oh man.
I can't handle it, dude.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Okay. It's a cool pennant. I don't hate it. Yeah, no, these are Man, this is kind of a disaster.
You know what? There's actually a very significant, like, let's scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. We only really start getting good. Keep on going, keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. My God. Keep
Oh
scrolling,
man,
keep scrolling, keep
it's a
scrolling.
it's a disaster.
Yeah, we really only start getting good after, or like up until 7. And the rest are not great.
There's a couple gems down there, but
There's a
they're
couple,
they're
but
in some serious muck, dude. That's crazy.
that's a lot to dig out from. That's a lot of bad.
They did not do a good job.
Let's see, this is I wouldn't say, I mean, it is kind of minimalist, but in a good way. Yeah, I mean, I can't knock on any of that design. It's this
That's
would be a
very good.
very good flag to sort of see,
You know
especially
what?
like a memorial flag.
Let's do the other one.
That one I think is gonna look pretty damn nice. Yeah, pretty good.
This honestly looks more like the beginnings of a proper army patch,
Mm-hmm.
and that's to its credit. It works as a flag, but I think it would even work better as uh, just unit heraldry.
Yeah,
You know, if you had nothing else,
yeah.
it's honestly not bad. The colors are good.
It'd be a cool thing to attach like on a fleet flag if those are a thing.
Oh no, I'm thinking army. Even though it has a trident, I think it works. You
Yeah,
know, I think gold, red, and blue are definitely they were used a lot more in army symbology back in the day.
yeah.
But
Very nice.
very
Yeah,
interesting.
what a
Well,
crapshoot. I was not expecting all of those to be so bad.
man, and not even like
I,
bad in a
I
way that you can critique, right?
yeah,
Like these are like
they're
they're
just
just not create. Like this is not good, and it's not even creative. Maybe it's because they're not. Excuse me. Maybe it's because they're not national
I
flags.
I don't think the dove is necessarily good there. The symbology just doesn't add up. It's not like we took back France and then the war was over. It still carried on for like
Yeah.
quite a while. I don't. Yeah,
Goodness.
the Korea one's just fucking terrible.
It's just so sad. I
The
really thought
the screen grab of Liberty's torch. Did you see that? What?
there.
Scroll down. There it
Oh
is.
yeah, yeah. But he used Microsoft Paint to like, yeah, Word to posturize it or whatever it's called. That's powerful.
I came up with this in a dream.
This looks like an Obama poster.
Holy shit. Yeah, and he's just been posterized underneath it. And it's like a campaign ad.
Hope you
Hope.
stop posting on this subreddit.
Powerful.
That's so crazy. Yeah, no, I can't believe it. Because here's the thing. Like the other day, we had flags that we could critique because they were
Yeah.
bad and a good effort was made. Sometimes they weren't good efforts, but they still put in.
I think a lot of people in this situation just were or weren't
Lot,
really attached to military symbology.
no, they're ignorant.
They
They're
didn't
they're
know.
they're illiterate to
Yeah.
the language that we're used to, and it shows. Um, you can't even like I can't even look at this and say like, here's what's wrong with this. No, it's just not a good.
Yeah.
It's
This
just
doesn't read military at all.
no. And then when it does read
That's the issue that a lot of these things have. Oh yeah,
and
the
when,
only thing that reading army is what the army star. That's about it.
yeah, and it's like when it does ring army, it's like it's a you know how people hate the Big Bang Theory because it's like fake nerd culture.
Yeah.
This is fake military culture. These are tourists trying to make something for us, and they don't know what they're doing.
I don't
I I don't even know. I can't even tell you why this is bad because there's obviously not worth the critique.
like what the fuck is that?
How much of this was phoned in? Years ago, I was at the beach in Normandy. I was looking back at the cliffs, struck by the stars, trying to capture the. Yeah, I think a few of the Army Rangers that were down there thought that probably.
Yeah,
That's a sin.
it would most of these are always almost as that's kind of shit.
Yeah, but like you see what I'm pointing out here? That's a
Yeah.
sin. This leaf needs to be bigger. The crown needs to be slightly smaller. That's so awful.
It would almost be as tone deaf for most of these to have put German machine gun nests on the hoist, shooting down at U.S. and Allied troops.
That's
It's almost as
powerful.
tone deaf.
That would honestly almost be better.
It's almost as tone deaf as a lot of these.
What? They're breaking. Okay, they're breaking their own fucking rules here.
I'm sorry, could they not be fucked to match the red? Look at the top. Those are two different reds. Yeah, enhance. Enhance. It's so bad. Look, it's terrible. What the fuck are they doing?
We're gonna read the hexadecimal.
Oh my
okay.
god.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Then, all right. Nope, doesn't work that way anymore. Okay, silly me. All right.
Okay, so 250, 43, 40.
And then
250, 43, 40.
What the fuck?
Let me see. Hold on. We're going to compare.
There's something wrong here.
250, 43, 40.
Okay.
250, 43, 40.
And do the hexadecimal. Foxtrot Alpha 2, Bravo 2, 8.
Foxtrot Alpha 2, Bravo 2, 8. Okay.
And you're going to see why I asked you to do that. Because now I'm doing the darker red. 253, 6, 1.
Yeah, so that's way different. 250, 253, 6, 1 hexadecimal value of Foxtrot Delta 0601. Yeah, off by the lighter color has considerable more points of green and blue in it for whatever reason that may never be known to us.
How is that even?
Why would you do that? How could you not be fucked to fix it? Why is that design there anyway? What is that for?
Yeah, what is that?
And then the U.S. Army fucking recruitment banner,
which we've all seen in every single one of our company AOs.
Ugh, why?
It's modern.
We know who went there. We know. I like how these are very obviously modern soldiers as well.
Yeah. Please tell me, Redditor, how many M4s
did that guy wearing nods?
Normandy
that guy's wearing nods. That's cool.
They're wearing nods. I think this is the saw gunner, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a saw gunner. Surely.
I can't. Yeah. And they're so fuzzy. They're so fuzzy, and then the horse is only kind of sharp
and clear. Also, why the horse? I don't think we had any. They weren't Cav Scouts. Okay.
Oh, it's a Trojan horse.
What was the Trojan horse?
Probably the deception.
The deception. The deception landings. Okay.
Yeah. Which weren't landings. It was just a buildup of like inflatable dummy tanks. You remember that?
Why would that need to make a big thing? Yeah. Hey, we need to acknowledge all of the stuffed or inflatable dummies that might have died.
Whenever you read an equal sign instead of literally a fucking word in the description, you know you're in for a good time.
I don't even know. It's just the design at the top that's also bugging the hell out of me, as well as almost everything else about it.
Does it say anything about that?
I don't think so. Neptune's
it's a pitchfork. My God.
Wow.
Oh.
It did not read like that at all, buddy.
No, it didn't. And it
did not read like that at all. I don't think that did not actually equate to whatever the fuck you were thinking about. That was crazy.
You know what? He's right, though. It was subtle.
Yeah, it was very, very, very subtle. Oh, that's hilarious.
You know, hopefully the other competitions are not phoned in like this one was, because this was really disappointing.
Oh man, it just read as a fuck up.
Yeah,
because you used two different color values. Why would you could still make it subtle by hiding it in the already made design? How you would do that? Maybe that's you. That's like kind of indicating to you that you're trying to put too much on the flag. But
yeah.
Good Lord.
You know, as we enter the new year, and the months after that, I'm going to be putting out some more work about this kind of thing. I have a project in mind that I'd like to finish mid-year. Videos like this, even though they're as amateurish and they're going to age as poorly as they're going to age, I hope it gives a solid start to a foundation of where I'm coming from. If that isn't obvious by now, I guess you're just going to have to read what I write. But this is surprisingly part of what I'm talking about. This is part of where my problem is. It's just there is such an amateurish disregard of care for the art, even though it's worshipped. It's worshipped. It's not taken care of, though. It's just very odd. They love their rules, except when they don't play by them. And the moment you say, no, 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 I like our traditional state flag because legitimate historical reasoning. No, it's bad because it's too complicated. But just by seeing what we've shown you tonight, this most certainly can't be the case. I mean, you can't tell
Ooh,
me.
and you know what? This is just going to be, I think we have more in store in later installments of this, but I think we're going to probably be a little bit more bothered by some of these future things,
You think?
these future categories or contests, just based off of the topic, really, or the focus of the flag contest.
I think as long as they're national states, we're going to be okay. Obviously, the September one is going to be massively triggering for yours truly, but I think a
Oh.
couple of these are going to I can't believe it was this bad. I can't.
That's the I think also the reason being is that we were expecting quality from a lot of people who likely never stepped foot in the military.
Yeah. Surprising.
So
I can't believe it. I should have seen that coming. But
yeah, and it just shows that symbology is important. Like some of those would have made great national flags.
mhm.
But that's the issue, is they were following the quote unquote rules or guidelines for national flags rather than
but only
military symbology.
but only when they were following it. Yeah, I don't want to beat the dead horse too much tonight, but we'll have plenty of doing that for the rest of the year. Absolutely a lot of dead horse kicking when I'm done writing, but this is, yeah, it is what it is, man. Well, I'm Nathan Hayes. I write articles for the whole magazine. I appear on the show when I do. Sometimes I don't.
You've
I've
been
been
on
doing
all of
better.
them recently.
Yeah, recently. You never know when I'm just gonna fall off the face of the earth. It just happens.
The
But
flat Earth.
the flat. That's right. That's right. Well, yeah, that does it for me. Go ahead and stop by the website, look at the YouTube channel, look at the rest of the shit we do, and buy the merch.